Okay, be honest. How many of you have felt that thing in your knees when you squat? It's not a sharp injury pain, but more of a dull ache or a feeling of pressure right here around the kneecap. Maybe it happens as you're going down, or worse, on the way back up. You see other people squatting heavy and pain-free, and you think, what am I doing wrong? Is squatting just bad for my knees? So you might start avoiding it or pushing through the discomfort, hoping it'll just go away. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. And the good news is, the fix is probably much simpler than you think. The most common reason your knees protest during a squat isn't about your knees at all. It's about your hips. Specifically, it's about a simple loss of control. When you squat down, your knees have a natural path they want to follow, right over your toes. But if the muscles around your hips, especially your glutes, aren't doing their job, your thighs and knees can drift inward. We call this the knee cave. It's like your knees are trying to have a private conversation with each other on the way down. This misalignment puts uneven pinching stress on the knee joint, and that's often the source of that ache you feel. So, how do we stop the knee cave and give your knees the happy, straight path they deserve? We don't need fancy equipment or complicated techniques. We start from the ground up with your feet. Think of your feet as your foundation. They shouldn't be just flopped on the floor. Instead, imagine you're standing on a big piece of paper and you want to tear that paper apart with your feet. Not by moving your feet, but by creating a slight gentle outward spiral from your hips. Your toes stay pointing forward-ish, but you create tension by screwing your feet into the ground. You'll feel your arches lift a bit and your entire leg, from your glutes down to your calves, suddenly feel engaged and solid. This isn't a dramatic movement. It's a subtle activation. This one simple thought gives your knees a stable track to run on. Now, let's put this into practice with the squat itself. Before you even add weight, practice this. Stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. Create that tear the paper tension with your feet. Now, as you begin to sit back and down, your one and only job is to keep your knees in line with that tension. Imagine there's a laser beam shooting out from the center of each knee, and you need to keep that beam pointing over the middle of your foot, not letting it drift inward toward your big toe. It helps to think knees out gently, but really, you're just maintaining the tension you started with. You're not forcing a wide, exaggerated stance. You're simply preventing the collapse. This small change makes a massive difference. Instead of your knees wobbling and taking the brunt of the force, the power gets distributed where it's supposed to go, to your strong glutes and your powerful thighs. Your knee joint is now moving with stability, not shearing stress. Start with bodyweight squats in front of a mirror, or even record yourself on your phone. Do 5 slow squats where your only focus is that foot tension and knee path. Feel the difference in muscle engagement. When that feels natural, then, and only then, add a little weight back in. You might even need to go lighter than before to retrain the movement, and that's perfectly okay. It's not a step back. It's fixing the foundation. So the next time you set up for a squat, before you even move, remember this simple sequence. Place your feet, create that gentle outward tension like you're tearing paper, and then, as you squat, guard that position. Don't let your knees have that inward conversation. Keep them on their track. This isn't a complex anatomical fix. It's about awareness and control. By focusing on your hips and feet, you give your knees the freedom to do their job without complaint. Try it in your very next workout. Your knees and your gains will thank you for it.